Player beware, you're in for a sort of kind of not really a scare. And welcome, I am Bradley Overrated, and today we are reviewing Goosebumps, the video game. And in case you missed it, I did in fact play this game. You can check out the entire Let's Play actually if you want. I don't recommend it. I don't really like Let's Plays. I do and I don't. I love doing it, but then I go back and I check out my stuff and I think, yeah. But this was my most popular one, so maybe if you want, maybe I'll at the end of this put a thing for you to check out. One of those weird pop-up things. Maybe, just maybe I will. Anyways, so let me jump into this game real quick and talk about the good. And in case you noticed, this is very casual. This is me talking about it so you can kind of see what I'm doing, get an idea for the game. I will give it a letter grade at the end and all that good stuff. And I have to tell you that the best thing about this game by far is the fact that you can put any name you want and it will accept it as long as it's within 7 characters. Kid you not, you can be as vulgar as you want, it will still accept it. And that's actually pretty cool that a game does that, because I've played a ton of games where I couldn't even use the word tit. So kudos to Goosebumps. So what is this game about? It's actually a prequel to the original Goosebumps movie, in case you didn't watch that. I watched that because I'm a big fan of Goosebumps, and basically the story goes is 2 jack-offs were screwing around, not paying attention to the road. Next thing you know, they get in a crash and all of the Goosebumps monsters have been released from the books, and it is your job to essentially stop Slappy, who is trying to lure R.L. Stine into a trap at the city mall. It's kind of a weird story, but it feels really appropriate, and I actually enjoyed it. The story itself was probably the most enjoyable part, but then on the flip side, the gameplay had a lot of issues as I went along. Now, this is a point-and-click adventure game, and if you played anything like Full Throttle or Full Throttle Remastered, I highly recommend it. You're in the right alley, It's similar to all of those games where you grab a bunch of items and you use those items in particular spots to progress through the game. The downside to that, in this game in particular, are the fact that there are so many items. Oh my gosh! Seriously, if you watched my Let's Play, I had 4 to 5 pages worth of items, most of which I never used and were entirely worthless. After I finished the game, I even looked it up, like, what are all these items for? There is an achievement, apparently, if you have this game on Steam, Xbox, or the PlayStation 4, to collect every single item. But as far as that goes, that's it, which is very annoying. The fact that there's just all these items, like this lost dog paper that does absolutely nothing that I just picked up, is really frustrating. But on the flip side, the items that you do use to defeat some of the enemies is pretty cool, and the best thing about that is how many of the enemies, all of the enemies are references to the Goosebumps books themselves. This plant monster that I just beat is a reference. This white rabbit thing that I didn't know about was actually a reference. You will get things like the shrunken head, the beast from the east, monster blood, Slappy from Night of the Living Dumb. You get all of these references to the books throughout the entire game, and that is just an amazing thing. I mean, look right here on the screen. This is pretty dang cool. There are so many different Goosebumps books in this van alone. It is gushing with references, and I really do love it when a game, as simple as a game like this is, goes all out for these type of things. It's just unfortunate that the puzzles themselves weren't the best. Some of them felt really satisfying to do and accomplish, while others, like there's this one instance, if you once again watched my Let's Play, you'll notice that I had to wait basically for pictures to develop, and you had to wait 1 minute and then wait 1 minute, and you just basically played this waiting game. It wasn't very well done. It just was boring and frustrating, and I wasn't the only one who thought that was kind of stupid. There were a lot of complaints online as I was looking through what people thought about this game about that. So, and then there are also missed opportunities in the game. Like, for example, this Amazo rabbit. I don't know what book he's from, but if you don't give him the hat and you just try talking with the rabbit, he will disappear forever in the game. It doesn't really do anything except give you, once again, an achievement if you have this on a different platform. I played this on the Nintendo Switch, though, so achievements aren't even worthwhile, and therefore solving that little puzzle there for what Amazo needs is completely worthless and he doesn't come back in the game. So it's unfortunate, but there's missed opportunities like that. So let's wrap this up a little bit. Let's kind of talk about this game, because I was really juggling hard about what score to give this game, because there was really good references, like I said, to the Goosebumps books, and I really enjoyed that. The character development, though, kind of on the weak side. The puzzles were on the weak side. They can be really dumb, some of the things you had to solve. Thankfully, you can use your phone to call up your mom for help, but it was just kind of disappointing. I wanted more out of this game, and I think the reason why I wanted more is because this game is $20 to $30 brand new. That's a lot for this type of game. I mean, I've played so many games that are $20 that have so much more content and depth than this game. And once again, to reference it, Full Throttle Remastered was $15 on the PlayStation 4, and that game had a full-fledged out story and much better character development and more enjoyable puzzles. So when I look at this game, it's not a bad game by any means, but it comes up short, which is why I give Goosebumps the game the letter score of a C-. And like I said, you know, it is slightly below average just because there were significant problems. One of them being a lot of the puzzles were really confusing and you had to call your mom, and that was kind of weird. It wasn't, and I get it's a child's game, but I wanted to use all those items for at least something, you know, just anything, like a collectible case of like all the items you collected in the game, anything like that. So there were a few hiccups, but the thing about this game that is so unique about it is I can see potential here. If they were to make a sequel to this game, I would probably pick it up, because while there is a lot of room for improving, I think they can improve upon this, because I think they have some potential here to make this into a really fun and invigorating series for kids and adults alike. Alright guys, that concludes my review of Goosebumps the game. Once again, if you want to pick it up, you can go look it up yourself. I mean, it's on every platform. I think it's even on the 3DS, if I'm not mistaken. So no excuses to not pick up this game if you're interested, or if you just want to see someone else attempt to play the game and play it poorly, you can always check out my Let's Play. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.